Hey everyone, Ashley May, Mike Beer here with the Daily Racing Forum, taking a look at race number 7 this Saturday, Belmont at the Big A. It's the Grade 3 John Nerud Stakes, 6 furlongs on the dirt for the older horses, and a field of 6 in here. And it's a little bit of an interesting field. I do feel like there maybe are 2 outsiders in here, in my opinion, that being Silver Slugger and O'Connor Sunset, and the other 4, I think, Mike, there are maybe cases to be made for.
Yeah, pretty competitive, I think, among most of them. You're right. The horse drawn on the outside post, O'Connor Sunset, he's pretty hard to make a case for. Silver Slugger's got a lot to prove, but at least he's won 3 in a row, and he's run 2 fast races in a row, and he's got speed. So he'd hardly be a shock, but he's moving way up in class here. The other ones, they're easy to make a case for.
You mentioned Silver Slugger having speed. We'll take a look at the Time Form US pace projection. And in terms of the pace in here, probably can get the lead if he wants it. I don't know necessarily how easy it will be. Those races, lesser competition down at Tampa Bay Downs. I think Anarchist probably ready to roll, especially getting that kind of second start now since the turf adventure. So second start in a row on the dirt. I thought he was really quick against some very nice horses in the Count Fleet Sprint. You're talking about Booth and Rivet, and Booth's quite fast in his own right. So we'll see how easy the lead is here for Silver Slugger.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too for him. I mean, I guess he's dangerous if he does get loose on the lead here, but I thought the 5 could go after him. Certainly the 1 has speed. I don't know if I want them to get as aggressive as they did last time, but he's got speed from the rail. And what you're talking about, who's probably going to be the favorite in here, he's very tactical. He'll be right up close.
We'll talk about the number 1, Full Moon Madness, kicking it off here for Michelle Nevin. Talked about the speed, and they used the speed in the Carter. I don't think that was the right move, but regardless, I think it bodes well that Quinn Sprue came back to run respectably, is second behind Bishop's Bay and the Westchester just this past weekend. And I feel like when you go back to those races 4, 5, 6 starts back, I feel like at the 6 furlong distance especially, he's just better sitting just off of it.
I agree with you, and he's capable of doing that too. I mean, I liked the form he was bringing into the Carter last time. I actually really liked him in that race and thought he could be competitive with them. And I was kind of surprised that they rode him the way they did. They just sent him from the gate. He got hooked into a duel, and he paid the price. He didn't run great in there, but I know he's better than that. Hopefully, the rail doesn't hurt him too much here, and they don't have to get aggressive again because he's capable of getting forward but sitting behind horses. And I think that kind of trip could really work for him here.
The 2, Silver Slugger, has a win streak rolling here, 3 in a row now. And I was at Tampa 4 starts back and was just remember my jaw dropping when this horse didn't break from the gate. You thought he'd be part of the pace there in the Pelican, and he just didn't, have that power out of the gate, and it didn't work out for him. He's been able to recover since then, and his numbers are trending in the right direction, but I just don't know what to do with him against stakes competition. The 2 tries, what do you do with him? There's not much to see.
Yeah, I don't know about him moving up in class again. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. You move him up when you're hot like this, and he's a red hot horse right now, and he's been showing improved speed since that slow start in the stakes race. I don't know. Those if he repeats his last one or maybe his last 2, he's competitive in here, but I probably want to make this horse beat me.
The 3, what you talking about for Wesley Ward, Ice Wine Stable, a dominant winner last time out. We'll take a look at this performance. Now, it's all the way back in mid-January at Aqueduct at the 6 furlong distance, but didn't make the lead right out of the gate, but sort of made the move to get the lead quite early in the race and just draws clear in here. I thought it was a really good performance. Obviously, it's the 106 buyer that catches one's eye, 109 and 2 for the final time. If you're going to try to poke a hole in him, wouldn't you think it's probably that we haven't seen him since this huge effort?
It could be, yeah. I mean, listen, he just absolutely blasts this field in fast time. His prior races still make him a contender, actually, but they don't make him a standout. So he's the kind of horse that he gets bet, and you probably want to make him prove it again. Listen, Wesley Ward, he's not a guy to run his horses back on short rest. He likes to give him a lot of time between races, and so I'm not worried that much about the break between races. He's obviously got some really fast workouts on the way back. I think this horse is pretty good. I just don't know that I'd take a short price on him.
The 4, Surveillance, up next for Linda Rice, a winner last time out. Another one that participated in the Carter, also participated in the Tom Fool, and just don't know what to do. I mean, I know this horse won last time out, and that's great, but typically isn't winning these races, especially at the stakes level. I do understand won the Troy, a little bit of a different situation, though, when it gets rained off and moved to the dirt. There's just something that kind of gives me a little bit of hesitation with this one.
It's a really cool horse, and he always shows up. He can run on dirt, he can run on turf, he can run on fast or wet dirt. It doesn't matter. He's just one of those horses you can really rely on him. But your point's well taken. I mean, he tends to not win, not come out on top when he faces the tougher competition. He runs really well in those races, but he comes up short most of the time, and there aren't big excuses for him. He's a very tactical horse. He'll run his race in here, and if some of the others don't show up, he can win. But I'll probably use him underneath.
The 5 Anarchist up next. We'll take a look at the most recent performance down at Oaklawn Park. Talked about it a little bit, the Count Fleet Sprint Handicap. Booth was coming into this race off a huge effort and once again was ready to roll. And, Anarchist kept him honest, applied pressure throughout. I thought it was a good performance, only misses by 3/4 of a length. I like that he stays on the dirt once again. And it's a different jurisdiction for him based on his other starts. But at his best, he could be a pretty big player in here.
I agree. And maybe this race here is a sign that he's going to get back to his best now as an older horse, because if you go back to 2023, this horse was really good and it felt like he was getting better. And he just basically never got a campaign going last year, only 3 starts. So he was third off the layoff in that race and he really moved forward. I thought he ran great in there. If he runs that race in here, he's going to be pretty tough to beat, I think.
Rounding out the field is the 6 O'Connor Sunset. Just has that one start this year at Laurel Park where this one failed to get going, was towards the back early. And I don't know, maybe it's the wet track, but he is 2 for 5 in his career over wet dirt. I just think this is a really tall task of him. And for me, a horse that I can't find a race where I think it puts him in the top 2.
Yeah, he just looks overmatched here and he'll be the longest shot on the board.
All right, we'll take a look at our top picks here for this grade 3 event. And we both go to the same horse. And I think based on our comments, we're hoping for the same trip where he's tactical enough that Full Moon Madness can sit the trip, save ground on the inside, and then just make one run. And I'm hoping that the pace, I'm not saying is going to be necessarily that fast, but I'm hoping someone keeps Silver Slugger honest and that sets up for the rail runner.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for a different trip here too. I was pretty disappointed with how they rode him last time. We'll see. I think he fits really well in here with his good race. I thought Anarchist was going to be really tough in this race, but I put him second. It was a really hard race for him last time. I'll see if he can back it up.
Same top horse for us, different underneath, but all the same 4 covered. 1, 5, 3, 4 for Mike, 1, 3, 5, 4 for me. It's the John Nerud Grade 3 event, race 7 this Saturday. Good luck.